Huge surprise that you guys made that World Junior roster, right there. Were there any surprises? I'm curious, guys, once you go look at the names and everything and everyone that's on there, some guys that worked at the summer camp and such, what's your thought on the roster and the makeup for the tournament?
Pretty cool. Obviously, we know a lot of guys just in our age group now. AJ Riles is probably a big surprise for people. I think he's proven he can be a good goalie this year. He's been proven it pretty much his whole life, but now he gets a little recognition, so I think that's really, really cool for not only him, but the community of Proctor, our area, and Bulldogs, so it's pretty cool.
Either of you guys know AJ well? Max, do you?
I know AJ probably better than Cleves does. He skated with our team in the summer.
Okay.
Just like when we needed another goalie, we played like 3 games, but yeah.
Yeah. AJ was my goalie for Northern Plains for like the U17 camp in Buffalo.
Okay.
So that might have been 2-3 years ago. So cool to see that he's committed to UMD now, and he'll be on the team.
Yeah.
It was a surprise to a lot of us when we heard he was going to be on the team. Like, did you guys have an indication? Like, did you
I heard him talking about it, just like Krause. Krause was talking about it a little bit, but I'm not surprised. Like, he's a Minnesota kid. He's proven it this year that he can win hockey games, and it's pretty cool. It's awesome for him because he's a great guy.
What stands out to you guys the most about this roster? What do you think his strengths are?
I mean, Cleves obviously didn't have the chance, but I just think the hunger that this group has, we never really got to win the tournament we wanted to win. And just like a lot of guys wanted to just win hockey games, and we get to do it in the U.S., so yeah.
I mean, I think just like from watching afar, I know like the program guys, their U18 World's year, they lost to Canada, and just, not being on that team, I can see kind of a lot of those guys are still fueled from that and kind of have a little bit of a hatred for those guys on Canada and kind of want to get their revenge there. So there's a lot of motivation there that kind of rubs off on guys like me that weren't a part of that, but they still see that and, kind of want to, help pull the rope to kind of accomplish that goal.
Yeah, and I think experience too. Like, I think there's like 9 guys that were on the team last year that have the chance to return. So I think we can utilize that to the best of our ability too.
Cleves, I've heard Max mention that the U18 team that didn't get that goal against Canada. That's something you, not even part of that team, you can sense those guys. They're itching to get back at Canada from that U18 Worlds. Yeah,
it's kind of like in 2024 when the U.S. team, the 04 team, lost to Sweden their year. When they their whole goal going into that World Juniors was to hopefully play Sweden and kind of get the revenge on them. So I kind of see a little bit of that, with this group and kind of wanting to get that revenge on Canada.
Yeah.
Guys, 2 more weeks here of NCHC play before you head to the World Juniors. Is it tough at all to stay focused? Are there things you have to be doing these next 2 weeks to prepare for the World Juniors, or are you able to just completely focus on life here at UMD?
Yeah, I think pretty much what you said. It's just about life here at UMD. I think the best we do now with our team, the more ready we are for the tournament. We want to go in feeling confident about our games, and yeah, we got four big games ahead of us, and if we can, our goal is to win all 4, see what happens. But we can set ourselves up very well for after Christmas if we get these 4 wins.
Did you guys do any self-scouting over the bye week, things that you noticed or picked up on, or is that a coach's thing that they bring back to you guys?
We went to the Wild game, so scouted there. Not much NCHC scouting, but went to an NHL game. So.
Worked on our Nerf game a little bit. Had some Nerf wars. So yeah, just team bonding. Like we just got, just hanging out with the guys. Like bye week, we haven't had one yet, and I think we really cracked down on our identity as a team, trying to bring, what we want to bring to every game. Kind of talked about it a little bit, so hopefully we can just keep the train rolling.
We've talked a lot about Saturdays. Your guys tough getting the wins on Saturdays. Is that something you guys have looked at, thought about, what needs to happen on Saturdays? Is everyone maybe making too big of a deal out of the lack of wins on Saturdays over the last few weeks here? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I think just with the record we have, especially when you're winning a lot of games on Fridays, everyone expects a better performance on Saturday, and I think just learning how to handle that success on Fridays and know that Saturdays aren't going to be easy. They're going to be harder. You know, you can't just throw your jersey on and expect to win on Saturdays. So I think just coming with the same mindset as we do on Fridays and having that mentality that it's going to be harder is kind of what we got to improve on.
Yeah.
I kind of looked at this, I did like a statistical comparison of Fridays versus Saturdays, and the only area that really jumped out was power plays. You guys don't score as many power play goals, you don't get as many power play chances on Saturdays compared to Fridays. Are there things you guys can be doing to create more power play chances on Saturdays? Is it just tougher to get power plays on Saturdays?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just a testament to the way we play on Saturdays compared to Fridays. Obviously, we don't want to make a big deal about it. We don't want to make it a problem. But I mean, we are 8-0 on Fridays, so I think that kind of contributes to maybe just like a little in the back of the head, like expecting to win. I think we need to play more, just like take it to the other team instead of sitting back on our heels early. I think that'll help a lot. Not only like power plays, you said, but when our feet moving, I think we're a really tough team to beat. When we're attacking, when we're taking the game to the other team. So I think the more we do that, the better chance we have of obviously creating goals in the power play or creating more chances to get power play goals.
Max Adams said your brother was really excited to move snow last week. Did anybody help him?
I mean, I woke up at like 8:30. I woke up to the first snow. It was like 8 a.m. and he was already shoveling snow. And I'm like, all right, I'll just sleep in a little longer. But
He doesn't want any help. He just wants to do it all himself.
Because he goes hunting early. Like when the weekends will come around, he's just like, all right, I'm gonna get up, shovel, and then go hunting. I don't know. He just he likes doing it.
Yeah.
What is he, a 40-year-old man or something?
I don't know. Like last year when it was super cold out, everyone's cars weren't starting, and he's like, "Need me to jump it? Need me to jump it? Need me to jump it?" So you just go around jumping people's cars like it was his day job.
What's he using to jump with his own car?
He's got a nice truck that doesn't mess up, and then he's got jumper cables. So, yeah.
I was gonna ask. I know you guys have donned the USA sweater and previous stuff, but you know, what does it mean to kind of make that preliminary roster and also play right here to begin things off on home ice?
Yeah, it's super cool. I think sometime last year, once we heard that it's going to be here, it was just a goal of ours to be back on this team, and just another step in the process. Coming here for training camp in Duluth, so we're really excited to be able to put the USA sweater on where we play college hockey.
Yeah, I think it's really cool just the fact that all the guys on my NTDP team, or even guys that I've met over the years, I talk about UMD with them a lot and how cool it is to play here. I don't think they understand really that, because not a lot of them have been to Duluth, so that'll be really cool to kind of show them the area of Duluth and how cool it is, and maybe we can show them our college house even, or Hermantown a little bit. But I think it's really cool that we get to do it here.
As a follow-up, how hard is it for a Hermantown guy to compliment a Proctor guy to start off the press conference?
It's not super hard. I don't think I ever lost a Proctor in my life, so it might be a little bit harder for him to talk about us. But he's a great goalie, but Proctor's Proctor, but I don't think the rivalry is as good as it might have used to be back when Proctor would take it to Hermantown. But definitely Hermantown's got the upper hand the last 15 years.
Holy shit!
Dylan Sandberg has played where he was supposed to play. Replies to that.
Oh yeah. Moved in Pee-wee squirts.
Or Neil for that matter.
That's right. Yeah. Cue the Proctor Hermantown story responses. Thanks for opening that one up.
Yeah. Make a reminder. What do you know about playing at Western Michigan? There's 4 guys in this team that have done it. Well, 5, I guess you count Brady Cleveland.
Yeah.
Nothing. We don't know anything about.
Yeah, I know Victor went on a visit to Western Michigan when they were playing UMD, 2 years ago, I think. And it was kind of funny because he was like down in the hallway and he saw Sandy. He was walking around with the Western coaches. And then he was there visiting Western, obviously, and UMD scored. And Victor jumped out of his seat cheering. So I was like my mom's like, no, you can't do that. You're not here for the Bulldogs right now. But, I mean, Victor said it was a crazy atmosphere. And also the guys on our team, too, so yeah.
They're the champs. Do you think you'll play them a little harder than maybe you play other opponents because they are the champs?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but I think also just with the bye week too, we're really excited and kind of just itching to get back on the ice. So I think that's going to help us propel us and give us a little bit more juice for Friday and hopefully Saturday too.
Yeah. I mean, if we're not amped up after a bye week, something's wrong. So. Yeah.
I asked Adam and this, I'll ask you, Max. What's it mean to get to share the World Junior experience, which starts in this building with a UMD teammate in Cleves?
It's special. It's cool. Just to be a part of something, I think that's kind of what life's about when you get to share stuff with people. Share a moment like that with Cleves, I think it's pretty cool. We get to play home games here as a UMD team, but now to do it wearing the USA sweater, I think it's pretty special.
Was this a good time for a bye week, Max?
I think it was a perfect time for a bye week. Hang out with my family a little bit, eat some turkey. Yeah, I think it was good.
I was gonna say, you guys get to sleep in your own, do you get to sleep in your own beds? So Team USA is here.
Oh.
Haven't approached that yet.
No, we're at a hotel.
No,
You gotta go to the
no.
Yeah.
I think that's right, though. I think
Yeah.
be a part of it, hang out with the guys, maybe play some cards, who knows.
Who's shoveling while Sam's in Switzerland? You guys are at the hotel? Sam's-
Ty's in town.
Ty's in town?
Ty can be in charge. Maybe get the landlord, too, we'll see.
You're gonna get back to you. We won't get it.
Anything else?
I'm good.
Good. Great, thank you
All
guys.
right, yep.
Scott, before getting into the Western here, the World Juniors out, you got two current players, one future player. You've coached this tournament before. What stands out to you about the roster and Team USA?
Well, I got some talent. Again, a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure to win. You know, it's not an easy tournament to win. So, plus it's in our home state. So, but I'm sure there'll be some good challengers in there. Canada's going to have a good team. I mean, again, I haven't seen the roster. Sweden, Finland, they're always good. So, but they've got some guys that have won. So hopefully that experience will pay off.
Do you? I'm not as tuned into which team is it's their year and not favorites and such. But you know, I've read that some people think this team USA isn't as good as previous ones. Maybe not as deep. Do you buy any of that? Like, what are your thoughts on some of that? Or is that just people guessing?
As long as they become a team, the best team they can be, right? You can have all the talent in the world. It doesn't mean you're going to win. And Canada's proven that over the years too, right? You got to build a team. Bob knows what he's doing. He's won before, and you got some guys returning that have won. So it's their time to step into that bigger role, you know, including Max, right? Max was on the team, Cleves, but they're going to play a bigger role this year. You know, you look at the way they're playing right now too. So I think they're going to have good balance, and you know, hopefully they get some goaltending, because that's probably the most unproven part of their group. You know, when you go from an Augustine that's been in two of them, and in the past they've always had guys that have been brought up or played, and so and that can be a determining factor. So with the guys they got, hopefully one of those guys, or both, two guys, or with all three, you know, can step up and do the job. But I like their team. I think their back end's going to be good. They've got a lot of talent, and I think through that they can build a good group of depth and balance, and you know, got to play. You know, they're in a pool that hopefully helps them get to the quarterfinals.
Both Max and Steve said these next 2 weeks, you know, playing well for the Bulldogs, that can help them build some momentum for themselves going into the tournament. Is that true? You feel like for all of the players on Team USA, focus on what you got to do back?
Well, yeah, I hope that they're not worried about the tournament, right? You got games to play before you start the tournament. The tournament's a separate piece of this. So the way those two guys have been playing for us, they've been playing really, really well. So we need them to play well for our team to win, and that's the most important thing, and I'm sure that's what they'll say right now for the next 2 weeks.
The Saturdays, we've talked a lot about it the last few weeks, not being able to finish off series. I'm wondering how big of a deal you think that really is, because I kind of did a statistical comparison over the bye here, and besides power plays, there's not huge discrepancies statistically with how your team plays on Fridays compared to Saturdays. Is it something we're making too big a deal out of?
Yep, there's two teams on the rink every weekend. People forget there's another team. People forget our league is very difficult to win one, let alone two games. So do I think that we've played our best? No. Do I think other teams have been a little bit better? At times, yes. But I'm not going to make a bigger deal out of it, you know. I'm not. Like, it's hard to win two games. Like, again, everyone gets spoiled. Like, everyone thinks you should win every frickin' game. Well, it's hard. Like some of the Fridays we haven't played great either, but we found a way to win. And that's what I want to see this team continue to do over the course of the year is, you know, even when we haven't been at our best, we've been in every game, and we've been in positions to win every game, like Omaha, you know, CC. You know, you're in positions to win, and you got to find ways to do that. And the more of those games that you're in, the more you hope you'll learn how to do that. But there's two teams, two usually pretty good teams playing, and it's hard.
I mean, you've seen weekends where you guys play better on Saturday than Fridays, right?
I thought you weren't going to make a big deal of
Well,
this. So,
kind of,
so we're not going to talk about it. Yeah, we'll figure it out, and you know what? Hopefully, we can keep winning Fridays and be in those positions for a long time, the rest of the year. So, and then hopefully that tide will change. But all our focus, like you practice all week, you got to win Friday. You got to put yourself in a position, you know, to get points every weekend. And Friday's the game you got to focus on, and that's what we're trying to do again this weekend going to Western.
You get a chance to do some self-scouting over by, and so what you figure out, what you learn.
Self-scouting
Yeah.
with what, our team?
Yeah.
Not really. Watch a little bit. You know, again, trying to be a little more consistent offensively. I think we got to tighten up a little bit in the neutral zone. Again, what's killing us are giveaways, and it's more of forced plays and giving teams easy transition. We got to be willing to do the little things, the simple things better. Take kind of what the game's giving you instead of trying to force too many plays, and some of that comes with a little better puck support, a little shorter puck support, and just making better decisions. I think it's been through the first 16 games. I think when we get in trouble, I feel like a lot of it's self-induced. I think just throwing pucks away, just forcing plays, just not willing to play the simple game. Because some games everything's clicking, right? You can zip it around and you're going, and then you get into games where that's not as easy, but you can't keep trying to fit the square peg into the round hole. Maybe it's okay to get a puck behind a defenseman on a 1 versus 2 instead of trying to beat a defenseman, and just things, right? Like just a little better execution, a little better puck decisions, kind of managing the game a little bit better. But yeah, I think those are the areas to me, like especially the decisions with the puck. And then we're going to a building this weekend that they live off transition, so they're gonna get it anyway, but we can't help feed it. And so, but we got to be better there.
What did you think of the timing of the fight? Was this a good time? I know players want to play. Was this a good time for a week off?
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, a lot of guys have been sick too, and I think it was a good time to have it. I mean, I like that they have one too. Usually we're going into this, we're playing Denver, North Dakota, and we're coming off a bye week, but at least both teams are in the same situation. So, but they'll be ready. Again, fun building to play in, challenging building to play in. So again, we've got to hopefully have a good start on Friday.
You've got, counting Brady, who played there last year with CC, you've got 5 guys that played in the building. It's different. Do you handle that preparation differently?
No, I just tell them it's a fun building. I think it's one of the funner buildings to play in, right? So, again, you got a rowdy student section. The pace of the game is always ×3. No matter, I can go back 15 years, 16 years, 20 years. That doesn't matter. Like, it just seems like it's racehorse hockey, and obviously they have a team that plays that way. They're built that way. They play north quickly. They transition. They're D are involved. They got some skill up front, and their back end they've got some experience there too. So it's always a challenge in there, but you got to be ready for the pace of the game.
you gonna miss that building when it goes?
Yeah, actually, I am. I like it. I like some of those older buildings,
I guess on the flip side, from only having 5 players that have played there before, younger team, maybe they're going to have less expectation and be able to play more free without getting in their heads.
Well, I hope so. I don't know. They're going to find out early what we're talking about, right? Again, it's not the building. It's just the team we're playing. Like they're a good hockey team. there's not a lot of holes in their team, and the way they play always presents a challenge, whether it's in their building or on the road, so or at home. It doesn't matter. They're a good team, and they've added another piece with Spice getting back in there, and again a really talented centerman. So they added to their depth, but. Yeah, it's always a challenge, but we've always played well too there. Like I think we've always had some pretty good games there. I mean, I think games can get away in a hurry, but I think we've had some ton of success there, and we've always managed those games pretty well. So we'll see what happens, right? That's why you play. Good. Okay.